The special live stream for 1.4 was probably one of the best live streams Hoyoverse has actually produced. And it was solely because of the fact of the content coming that would literally warrant like a brand new, like, just giant update. Like in the sense of like starting out the game and then going into 2.0. You know, kind of like Wu was going through its big update, or like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail has. But Zenless on Zero's team decided to actually drop a huge update for version 1.4. And I gotta tell you, when people were saying like it's Avengers Assemble for the story, it's all that and then some. There's a lot to cover with 1.4. But before we get into that, make sure to obviously like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps. If you haven't subscribed yet, help me get to 3,000 subs by the end of this year. We have, what, 19 days? Something like that. I really, well, not 19 days, a little bit more than that, but you get what I'm trying to say. I really would like to get to 3,000 subs by the end of the year, and we're actually like very close to the end of this year, so make sure to subscribe. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and talk about the version 1.4 special live stream. There's a lot to cover, and my God, I was losing my mind, guys. I really was. It was, again, I say it, it was the best live stream Hoyoverse has produced. Like, so many, it's literally a brand new game at this point. ZZZ is a brand new game for 1.4, right? Now, of course, I'm on Hoyo Lab, and I want to give a shout out to Sora Hoshina for the awesome, detailed things that happened from this guide. Or not this guide, but this live stream. So big shout out to Sora. Make sure to follow them on here, because I think they do a couple of deep dives into this or into live streams. So, but let's go ahead and dive in to everything. We obviously have the Void Hunter code. I forgot to redeem it. I'm a big dumb idiot stupid face, so that's on me. Hopefully you guys got your 3,000 polychromes. I like the, let's just say this, I like the fact that ZZZ makes it one code instead of 3. Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, can we do that, please? Thank you. But let's dive in. First things first, we got confirmation that Banner Phase 1 and 2 is going to be combined. So we're getting both Miyabi and Mr. Haramusa here. We're getting both of them at the same time. They're going to run them both. Which I think is cool, but also, I don't know. Maybe if rerun banners are going to be halfway through instead, and all the new banners are going to be at the beginning, you know, I could definitely see it being a blessing for some of us. You know, that means more content. I could literally, like, if I wanted to in 1.5, if they do a 1.5, I could summon for both new characters at the same time and make 2 separate videos. That's great for me, but like for other, you know, players, it could be a detriment, I guess, at the beginning, because you have to choose, and then as time goes on, you summon on the other one. But I think this is better, in my personal opinion, is having both characters at the beginning of the actual, you know, start, or at the beginning of the actual, like, update. You could summon for one, and if you get that one, you could start putting in over time into the other one. Like, listen, these banners are gonna last for like a month and a half. You have plenty of time to get them, but I digress. One thing that we did get confirmation on is that Miyabi is for sure a transmog of a previous element, if that makes sense. I made a video about this, talking about the element on what it could be, because technically there was no confirmation besides leakers, and I don't like dealing with leakers. You guys chill out for a second, you know. But we did get confirmation that Miyabi is going to be a Frost Anomaly DPS. Now, I'm very excited for this, because Frost is going to be like an Ice and Fire, like had a baby, and I'm pretty stoked on that. Plus, her freaking W engine looks so sick, and we'll get into the W engines here in a little bit as well. But yeah, I like her. Haramusa looking pretty dang cool. I think that obviously Haramusa is getting Doctor ratioed, which we'll get into that as well. But Haramusa still looks really, really cool. I think his overall character and his attacks look really, really good. Apparently, people that were in that beta were saying that he's pretty strong. And if he is strong as a electric DPS, then yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for him, because I think that he's gonna look cool. He's gonna be really fun to put with like Yanagi and Quingy, but we'll see. So we got new characters, obviously Miyabi, Frost Anomaly, Haramasa, Electric Attack. We'll get into some cool stuff with Haramasa here, or yeah, Haramasa. I keep messing up his name. I keep on wanting to say haramusa, but anyways, we got 2 new Bang Boos. We got our S rank Bang Boo known as Agent Gulliver. He's pretty cool. He's gonna be basically, I think, Harumasa's best in slot Bang Boo. So if you're running a team for Harumasa DPS, he's gonna be the one to go for. And then we're also getting Brawler Boo, free from the event. I originally thought that this was gonna be a summonable summonable A rank, but I guess not, which is fine by me. I don't mind that. But I am going to say that we're starting to get low on A rank Bang Boos with how many Boo Pawns that we actually get to summon. So we might need some summonable Boos here, maybe in 2.0. Maybe that's what they're saving for. We got the new W engines. We got Miyabi's Hailstorm Shrine, which is probably one of the coolest W engines I've seen. I really, really like this one. In contrast, we have the Zanshin Herb Case, which is basically just Harumasa's like pill case, because he's a sick man. Like he's got some stuff going on. We're gonna learn from that in his story. We're getting a new A rank W engine as well. I don't know what the name of this one is, but it has Desire on it. Does that mean we're going to the red light district? I don't know. We'll find out. Is Miyabi gonna be in the red light district? No. I kid. For those who don't know, like, I play the perviness up a lot. Like, it's funny in my opinion, but yeah. We got 2 new disc drives, which means this is gonna be a pain in the butt to farm. But we got the Branch and Blade song, which is probably gonna be Miyabi's best in slot. When Anomaly Mastery exceeds or equals 115 points, the equipper's that's such a tongue twister. The equipper's crit damage increases by 30%. When any squad member applies freeze or triggers the shatter effect of an enemy, the equipper's crit rate increases by 12%, lasting for 15 seconds. And of course, the 2-piece gives you extra crit damage as well by 16%. This is actually a pretty goated anomaly type of disc drive. I could definitely see, obviously, Miyabi's going to use it for Frost, but I think a lot of anomaly characters, or even just DPSs in general, could really utilize that 2-piece on it. So I expect a lot of guides to change because that's really goated. On the other hand, we have the Astral Voice, which is the 2-piece plus 10% attack, and the 4-piece. Whenever any squad member enters the field using the Quick Assist, all squad members gain 1 stack of Astral, up to a maximum of 3 stacks and lasting 15 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. Each stack of Astral increases the damage dealt to the character entering the battlefield, or entering the field, using a Quick Assist by 8%. Only 1 instance of this effect can exist among the squad. So, if it's giving you 3 stacks and each stack is 8%, you're going to be getting a boost of 24%, which is not bad. I don't know if this is going to be like the best in slot for Harumasa, but we'll definitely see as time goes on, right? By the way, drinking carbonated chug juice, you're probably going to see that short here this week or next week. So if you're looking to get some chug juice from Gamer Subs, again, use code TASH for 10% off. Main story chapter 5, which is basically just Avengers Endgame. Like, it's insane how many characters are going to be showing up in this thing. Like, everybody's there. It's absolutely insane. From what it looks like, Miyabi's getting cast out, but then like the overarching villain is going to be revealed, or at least that's what I think, or what it seems like. So I'm very excited for the main story quest. It looks like it's going to be really, really good. We're getting an agent story for Harumasa, which we learned that he was, again, a sick boy. So I can't wait to go through this and kind of understand Harumasa. I know that some people are like, oh, Harumasa, whatever, I want Miyabi. But Harumasa, I've been slightly interested in, because he's the character that's just in the background. And I think characters that are in the background have the bigger backstories, or at least not bigger backstories, but like intriguing backstories. So it looks like he's a sick man, obviously, but I digress. I can't wait to check it out. We got a bunch of events, by the way. Bunch of events going on. Into the Pale Wasteland is going to be where we get this thing, the new free-to-play W engine, right? But this is also going to help introduce us to the new game mode, which we'll get into a little bit later as well. But we get to walk around as a Bang Boo and like kind of just jump through obstacles and stuff. And then we're going to be mainly being miyabi throughout this whole thing. So I'm pretty stoked on that. It looks really cool. Hollow Zero gets an update. Shadows Lost. Get a story for it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's getting its own like new like area, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Zero lately. I gotta say, the endgame content for ZZZ has been getting better and better every update. But what's really cool about this Hollow Zero is that there's gonna be alternate skills that happen for Yanagi, Ellen, Miyabi, and Billy, right? And what that means is that instead of like the normal like enhanced skills that we get, you're gonna see brand new skills. So like for Yanagi, instead of her doing the dash and then jump up and smash, she's gonna have like lightning rain down and hit enemies like continuously, which is pretty sick. We got Deadly Assault, which is new end game, which is basically like you take 3 teams of 3 and battle it out against different bosses. So I like that. Again, ZZZ's endgame is so good. I really do like ZZZ's endgame. It just feels fun, and I definitely enjoy it. So I can't wait to try Deadly Assault. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Bang Boos versus Ethereals. It's basically going to be a tower defense game, which looks cute. Again, you get to be the Bang Boos. You get to place them where you want. So very fun little mini game right there, right? Ah, man. There's a lot to cover. Where the stars shine bright. Basically, it's that same event that we had before, where we could like do little training exercises or put our people in the EXP area to gain XP. So very cool. I think that this event should continuously happen. This event's really, really cool. It helps with leveling up characters, so you don't have to worry about always going for the level up materials. So I do dig that. Combat footage review. It's like a little puzzle. I like the fact that Jane Doe's on it. So yeah, because I'm a massive Coomer. Collab designer. It basically is just like the bingo thing that we got from this last update, which I wish I would have paid attention to the bingo thing right from the jump. I missed a lot of time on the little bingo sheet. But yeah, this is again another really cool thing to add, just more things to get rewards. Then of course we have the double event, or basically double rewards events. You can get double rewards from the HIA place and then double rewards for disk drives. Very cool. And of course, it wouldn't be a new update for ZZZ without a free 10 pull on characters and a free 10 pull on Boopods. And right now, we have a pre-registered event for the actual 1.4 special update, which is pretty cool. I think that this is like a little different. It gives people more rewards. I don't entirely know what pre-registering really actually does, but if you do this, you get free rewards, and if you sign up and get friends invited, you could actually get like physical rewards, including a Nicole statue or a PS5. It's very low to get them, but hey, you might as well try. But there's also in-game rewards, so there you go. So we're gonna get to the optimizations, and remember how we were talking about the Bang Boo being able to jump around and stuff? Well, TVs are no more. Well, kinda. Instead of doing TV mode, you could actually do it as a Bang Boo, and you could go through each story all the way up to chapter 3 and like do obstacle courses and stuff. So I think that that's such a cool thing, and it brings a new level to this game because you can experience it however you want. If you want to do a board game, you could do the TV mode. If you want to do it as Fall Guys, you could do it like this. Very cool that they decided to do this, and I was super stoked about it because like, even though I've already beaten the chapters, I might just go through it again just so I can be the Bang Boo buddy. Yeah, so excuse me. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things. But yeah, again, you could still do the TVs if you choose to. There's a proxy journey system, which basically says, like, it shows you what you need for prerequisites for certain quests. So if you're missing quests from your actual, like, mission area, or missing, like, you know how you have the actual progress bar that says 54 out of 64 or whatever, you can actually find out what you're missing to get those. And I think that's really cool, because for me, I've had so much trouble trying to find, like, what I'm missing for certain missions, and it's been driving me bonkers, right? So, very awesome POG update right there. Internaut rank up requirements by reducing the required number of observation data and the required levels for some main story chapters, agent stories, and system future user will be lowered. They'll also lower the unlock requirements for events. So that's good for newer players who really want to get into the events really quickly and also rank up really fast. I'm a little mad because it happened after I'm already, like, past, like, level 60. I think, if I remember correctly, it's either 60 or something like that, but I'm pretty sad about that. But I think it's awesome because it really gives more, like, it gives the players a sense of accomplishment when they reach those higher ranks by lowering those requirements. Again, it is what it is. Like, I know that some people might be like, well, that wasn't really a big deal, but it is kind of a big deal to newer players, right? Coffee shop is getting a massive just overhaul. Instead of, like, 50 different coffees, there's going to be 2. And I think one of them is still going to be the plus 80, but the other is going to be a plus 60 energy and double rewards. So that's the new meta. Get the plus 60 drop, get double rewards. That's awesome. And the interface just becomes a lot easier to deal with because you don't have to worry about what's the difference between this coffee, this coffee, this coffee, right? So big shout out to them for making such an awesome update to that. Very simple, very nice. Materials will be sorted by rarity instead. So instead of, as you see right here, where it's like all weird and stuff, it's going to be sorted by the rarity of the actual disk drives. So very nice, very bug. The biggest combat update is that instead of being only, like, if you get 3,000 decibels for the team, that's no more. Like, if you get you can now get 3,000 decibels for each individual member, so that you could, like, use all 3 ultimates at once. And that's going to make combat easier. It's going to help you with actually, like, progressing through things a lot quicker. And honestly, it's going to be a lot more fun because you're not like, okay, now I have to think about which character I want to use their ultimate for. Now you don't have to worry about it. You get to use all of them. And I think that's so cool because it adds a new layer to the actual, like, combat. Now, granted, I do have a fear though. I fear with this, it's going to make it as easy as, like, Genshin Impact in some cases, but the combat itself is so it's so much bigger than just the ultimates that, yeah, the ultimates are going to help you progress faster, but it doesn't stop the combat from being any less, like, intriguing. So for me, I'm very excited for this because, again, I want to be able to clear some other stuff. I already clear, like, hard difficulty stuff, but now I can clear it faster so that I can, you know, get through everything really, really quick. Quick sweep features coming. So if you beat, like, in the previous critical node, if you beat up to level 4, you could actually, like, basically clear it and then go straight into critical nodes 5, 6, and 7. So we've seen this implemented in Hoyoverse games before, like Genshin, like HSR. So very nice that they were able to do that, but you have to make sure that you get an S ranking in number 4. Special training plan. This is huge. So this will probably be another, like, video for later. And I think that this has a lot of, like, interesting things and a lot of things to really consider when it comes to content creation. Special training plan. You now have guides. You now have guides in the game. So, like, you can actually look at what the character needs to rank up. You can look at what are the best options for these characters. Like, this is basically on, like, what the average community member has for these characters, right? So it's going off of that. So rest assured, it doesn't mean that it's entirely correct, right? But it does mean that there's a lot of potential to this, right? So I like that. I like that a lot. Once you set an upgrade plan for your agent, the stages that reward the corresponding required materials will be marked with special indicators on the selection screens, such as HIA. So you could see how this person is like, oh yeah, I want Soldier 11. Boom. Go here for Soldier 11 stuff. Easy peasy. Oh, excuse me. Now, simplify the process of enhancing disk drives and W engines. No need to open the details page. Just hit the button on the bottom right corner to enhance them. Okay. Like, I don't know. I was just like, okay. I don't know how to feel about that one. But it's cool. Quality time event. We now have our slice of life update, right? So now, when you get to rank 2, right? When you get to rank 2 with the characters in-game for their trust, you can actually walk around them or walk around with them and go on dates with them, go to the arcade, play Snake together. And I think that's just cool because, yeah, like, you get to walk around with your favorite characters and do special events with them. And I think it's awesome because, like, yeah, you know, you could always say, like, oh, it breeds parasocial behavior with these characters and stuff like that, but it's still fun. Like, it's a little dating sim inside the game. So, very nice, very pog. Please add sex mode. I've been asking for a sex mode in gacha games since, like, Dokkan Battle, guys. Like, it's all fun of games. It's all fun of games. Optimize agent trust system. Proxies can directly jump from DMs to the partner archive to check the current agent's trust level with the partner archive back to DMs to send invites. I love it. Make it easier for me to understand, like, what still need to be done. And now you can switch to any character in the overworld that you want to walk around as. Any character whatsoever, you could do it. They talked about this in the previous live stream as well, that they were working on this. It is finally done, and we can go about actually doing it, right? So I'm very happy about that. I walk around as Bernice right now, but I want to walk around permanently as Jane Doe every single time. Bazaar Brigade got an optimization too, where it's got an auto save point, where you could leave and come back into the game. So that's cool too. And you can now uninstall a bunch of, stuff that you don't need to use anymore. So very cool. Frees up space for you. We're getting not 2 new areas, but 1 new area where it has an up in the above ground and below ground areas. We got a little fishing port. Officer Mew Mew is going to be there. We got more coins. And we're getting an animated short film for Miyabi. But the biggest thing is we are getting a free Harumasa. That's right. Remember how I said he's getting the Dr. Ratio treatment? Well, that's what it is. And a lot of people are like, but they only did this because they knew that Dr. Ratio was going to outsell, which may be true. It may be true. But at the same time, I really don't care. ZZZ, the development team, is very awesome to do something like this, right? I really enjoy the fact that they do care about their community and are taking strides to make this the best gacha game out there. Because I'll tell you what, between this and Wuwa, it's pretty dang good. Like, Wuwa is right now not in the... Like, I feel like ZZZ is beating them. I love Wuwa, but I feel like ZZZ is beating them. But we'll see what happens in 2.0. We still need to know what else is coming in 2.0 for Wuwa. But I digress. Harumasa is free, so you get to save some of your polychrome. Me, that means I'm going for W engines, as I always do. So, very stoked on that. I'm very happy. And then, of course, we got Pop-Up Store Tour coming up. I don't know if this means that they're going to be going to a lot of different places, but I'm pretty sure it's going to mean they're going to like 7 places on the eastern side of the world, and then maybe a couple places here on the western side. Soundtrack album is being made, so on and so forth, right? So this was a massive update, right? A massive update, and I'm so happy to say that 1.4 is probably going to be the best live update of any Hoyoverse game by far. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below which update of any of the Hoyoverse games made you think it was the best update, because to me, I still think 1.4 is the best. This is insane. ZZZ is a brand new game at this point. So, but let me know also what you think about version 1.4 and what you're most excited for. Are you excited to finally get to play as Miyabi and the new Frost element? Are you excited to get a free Harumasa and experience the story? Or are you excited for the character optimizations and guides that are coming to ZZZ? Well, once again, this is Tyson signing off. Thank you so much. And as always, we will catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.